So let me ask you a question. When you get on a computer and you move that mouse or you type on the keyboard, how does that computer know what to do? How does it know? Christian, you have any ideas?
The coding in the computer.
Okay. Coding in the computer. What do you mean exactly?
The stuff that people type up to get the computer to do stuff, and well, that's what coding is.
Okay. The
Write it down, and it will tell the computer that it does this or this or this.
Okay. Anybody want to expand on that? Because it's really a complicated thing to explain. Honest, sounds kind of like it's alive almost, doesn't it? Alex, anything else?
Like it's programmed to do it.
Okay. What's programmed to do what?
The mouse is programmed to move the cursor.
Okay, all right, we've got little bits and pieces of it, and like I said, it's kind of hard. We're going to talk about PC Logo today, and PC Logo is basically all about programming a computer. You're going to be the brain telling the computer what to do, and sometimes it's really fun and really cool because you make the computer do something cool, and sometimes it is so frustrating that you almost want to just right at the screen because what you're wanting it to do and what it's doing are not the same thing. It's not understanding your brain, okay? So get frustrated at times, and you're going to have to ask questions and help each other, okay? Open it up is basically going to look like this. You have two sections. You have a graphic section, which is basically just like a piece of paper. And you have a listener section. This is where our little computer character, which we call a turtle, this is where he listens for directions. And hopefully he does what you want him to do. Okay? He's very picky though, so we have to learn his language. Now, know the computer is listening if there's a question mark and the cursor is blinking. That means he's like, he's ready to listen to you. Now, despite this turtle being able to do many, many things, and he understands a lot of different words, he really only does 4 directional codes. Okay? He really only goes forward, backward, and he turns right and he turns left. We control everything else, but we have to know how to tell him that. He has certain codes for commands. So to go forward, we type in FD. That's easy, right? FD, forward. Okay. What do you think back would be?
BK.
BK. Yep. So let's say we'll remind ourselves forward, back. Now if I want to turn right,
RT.
RT.
And left would be
Forward. So we're telling him what to do. Space. We have to. What's missing? If I just tell him to go forward,
You have to tell him the
He's
length
not going
to
to
go.
know how long.
he's not going to know how far to go. So I have to tell him how many turtle steps to take. And I want him to go, we'll go 100. Right? Did he go?
Yeah.
Yes. And as he walks, he leaves a mark so that we can make and build shapes with his turtle steps. All right. So yes, really cool that we can tell the computer what to do. But PC Logo is really great for designing with shapes, building patterns, building tessellations using shapes and polygons. So we have to kind of know a lot about shapes and measurement and everything. All right, we are going to try to do something simple. What do you think a simple shape would be?
A square.
A square. Okay. If we want to make a square with the turtle, anybody have any ideas? Hunter, what do you think?
We go up.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, does he go up?
When he goes forward.
He goes forward. Okay.
You have to make all the turns the same size.
And all the what? The same. The sides would have to be the same length, and the corners and the turns would have to be the same as well to make a square. Okay, so let's try it. We're going to make him go forward. Somebody give me a number. How far you want to go? Trish, what do you think?
50.
50. Okay, forward.
square has a 90-degree angle.
Yay! There we go. There's our knowledge of shapes. A square has 90-degree angles. So Madison, what was wrong with 50?
It was too little.
Right. He's turning and rotating, not walking left. That's the trick. Okay. So if I go left 100, Colin says that's too much. Do you guys agree now?
Yeah.
So let's change it to what?
90.
90. Okay, now does he look like he's going the right way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we have our square. Now we can take that square and make it over and over and over and make some beautiful little shapes and patterns and designs with it. All right, let me ask you this. What if I needed to make a rectangle instead of a square? How would I do my commands differently? Chloe, got any ideas?
Instead of going, like you would go left 90,
Okay.
but also you would, instead of left 50, you would have to make it like left 100.
Okay, for all the sides?
No, for two of the sides, and then two of the sides could be 50.
Okay, do you guys agree or disagree?
Agree. Hexagon?
The hexagon we could work with. What else? Octagon. Any other suggestions? Madison?
Trapezoid?
We could make a trapezoid. We don't have to play with the angles a little bit, but yes. Chloe?
We can make a pentagon.
Pentagon. How about a decagon? Do you guys know what a decagon is?
Yeah.
10, right. That's 10 sides. We could make a dodecagon. We could do a
Oh,
sign.
yes.
17. Today we have learned what computer programming has to do with. We have learned 4 basic directional commands that the turtle will use. And we learned how to start over. What was the start over code?
CS.
CS, clear screen. We have all that in our pocket. So tomorrow we're going to go to the lab and we're going to try building some other shapes and using the squares and the rectangles to make some patterns. And I'm going to show you some tricks to help you do it a little faster. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes today to do is play. Okay? Sometimes playing is the best way to figure stuff out and make discoveries. Just play with these commands, play with the colors until you feel pretty comfortable about getting him to do what you want him to do. Okay? Him as pink on pink.
I can see. No, that is. I have pink eyes.
Alright, you guys take turns, okay? You do a command, you can do those 4 plus the pink.
Oh, we already did.